Welcome to this quick explainer. We're skipping the fluff and dropping right into the cockpit to get you ready for your PPL ground exam. You know that knowing your rules of the air inside and out is absolutely non-negotiable, right? So today, we're laser focused on Rule 43, ground collision avoidance.
So picture this. You've just landed, or maybe you're heading out from the ramp. You're taxiing, running through your checklists, and suddenly, bam, another aircraft appears right in your path. Who moves, who stops, who actually has the right of way? We're posing this critical question right off the bat because, well, the stakes are high. Knowing the answer isn't just about passing that multiple choice test, though hey, that's exactly what we're prepping you for right now. It's about avoiding a very expensive and, honestly, a very embarrassing fender bender on the tarmac.
Okay, Scenario 1. Head-on approaching. The ground environment can be totally chaotic, so let's establish the exact condition for when you find yourself nose-to-nose with another machine. The rule says this applies when two aircraft are approaching head-on, but you really need to pay close attention to the second half of that sentence, or approximately so. Exam writers literally love to test you on this specific nuance. You don't have to be perfectly mathematically aligned on a 0-degree collision course for this rule to kick in. Basically, if it looks like a head-on conflict, you treat it like a head-on conflict.
So here's the physical action you have to take. Step 1. Each aircraft alters its course to the right. Notice the word each there. This is a mutual responsibility. You don't sit there and wait to see what the other pilot is going to do. You both proactively steer to the right. And then step 2. Keep clear of the other aircraft. It's simple, it's standardized, and it completely eliminates that awkward hallway dance where you both step in the exact same direction. On the taxiway, you both go right. Every single time.
All right, moving on to Scenario 2, Converging Courses.
Now, how do the rules shift when your paths are crossing rather than meeting head-on? By definition, converging courses happen when two flying machines are on distinct paths that will eventually intersect if neither one changes speed or direction. Note the specific phrasing here, too. The rule explicitly mentions two flying machines coming together. Think of it like you're forming a V shape towards a single point of impact.
Here's how you break down the golden rule of converging paths. Honestly, it's incredibly similar to driving a car at a four-way stop. First thing, look out your windows and identify who is on the right. The rule explicitly mandates that the flying machine which has the other on its right shall give way. Let me repeat that because it is a guaranteed exam question. If you look out your right side window and see an aircraft converging on your path, you must give way. Furthermore, the rule says you must avoid crossing ahead of the converging aircraft unless you're passing well clear of it. So whatever you do, don't try to speed up and beat them to the intersection. Just slow down, stop if you have to, and let the aircraft on the right pass.
And finally, Scenario 3, the overtaking rule.
Because taxi speeds vary so wildly depending on the aircraft size and, well, the pilot, overtaking is a very real scenario you need to be prepared for when creeping up behind someone. This brilliantly illustrates the contrast in responsibilities. On one side, we have the overtaken machine. That's the slower guy in front. They have the right of way. Full stop. On the other side, we have the overtaking machine, the faster aircraft coming up from behind. They must keep out of the way. It makes perfect logical sense, right? The pilot in front can't see what's happening directly behind their tail, so the burden of safety falls entirely on the pilot in the rear, who actually has the full visual picture. It makes it crystal clear. The slower, leading aircraft owns the path.
So what's the exact procedure the faster plane actually has to follow? Step 1, the overtaking flying machine must alter its course to keep out of the way. Now, Step 2 is where students sometimes get tripped up on the exam. You must keep out of the way until that other flying machine has been passed and is completely clear. The maneuver isn't over just because your nose is past their nose. You are legally obligated to maintain that safe separation until you are definitively past them and your paths no longer conflict. No cutting them off.
All right, to wrap things up, I'd tell you a joke about an airplane, but I think it would go over your head. Cheesy, I know, but hopefully it breaks a bit of that exam prep tension for you. If this quick breakdown helped clarify Rule 43 for you, please like and subscribe for more PPL ground prep explainers. We've got plenty more structured, no-nonsense content coming your way to help you totally ace that exam. Keep studying, stay safe on the ramp, but leave yourself with this thought. What actually happens if one of these converging machines is, say, a helicopter hovering directly over the taxiway? Well, we'll dive into the aircraft right-of-way hierarchy in our next explainer. See you then.